Hi guys, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. So today I'm making a Valentine's Heart Maze card, and this is another card for a challenge that I'm a design team member for. This is what the card is going to look like. So let's get started. I'm using this Nesting Heart die set from Couture Creations and the You're Amazing Stampin' die set from My Favourite Things. And from Hero Arts I'm using the Love Stampin' Cut die set. And that's what it says on the back underneath the barcode. So I've got my card layering pieces here, and for my card base I'm going to use a white piece of card that is 5.5 inch squared, a piece of red glitter cardstock and another white piece of cardstock. So I've got a die cut circle here that I've gone ahead and stamped the maze path on, and I'm just aligning it up to see if I'm happy with how it's looking. And now I'm going to put a red glitter heart in the centre of the maze path, using the maze shape as guide. Now it's time to die cut a circle out of the red heart. And then I've jumped here to the card layering. And I'm going to cut the centre of that glitter square out so I don't waste any glitter cardstock. And for the white layering piece, I've decided I'm going to use an embossing folder, and I have a twin pack of embossing folders from We Are Memory Keepers called Woven Next Level, and there are two types of basket weave in that pack, and I decided to use this one for this card. I'll try and link it down below if it is still available. So you see me here, I'm layering everything up prior to gluing down to make sure I'm happy with how it's all looking. Now it's time to glue everything down, and the glue I've decided to use is Gina K Connect glue, and that's becoming my favourite glue. And I first put some glue around this shaker pouch, and I'm going to attach that to the back side of the heart. I apologise for the camera shake there. Then I go ahead and glue this decorator piece over the top with the glitter cardstock. And I set that aside to dry so I can work on the card layering pieces. So the first thing I glue down here is the glitter layering piece with the square cut out the middle. And I'm using Gina K Connect glue because it's giving me the wriggle room to make sure this is lined up straight. I then get a piece of Craft Fun Foam and I put some glue on the back of it and glue that down to the centre, and then put some more glue over the top and glue that embossed piece over the top. And I'm putting a lot of glue on here because of the embossing. I want the glue to get to all the parts it needs to hold that piece in place. So I'm aligning that up, taking care to make sure it's straight, and I'm going to push it down so it gets a good hold. And then I set that aside under something heavy to make sure it dries properly. Onto the sentiment, and I'm using my Misty here, and I've got a white piece of scrap card. And I'm going to use the sentiment from My Favourite Things You're Amazing stamp set, and it says, "My heart will always find yours." I'm using Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I'll get that stamped down and I'll set it aside. Now it's time to put the maze together, and the first thing I need to do is get that white die cut piece stuck down. So I'm just lining it up underneath the red heart to work out the best position. Then I get a pencil and draw a circle around it. Of course the pencil slips, so I have to get a rubber and rub that off. Then using Gina K Connect glue, I apply that to the back and stick it down inside the circle that I have drawn with the pencil, lining it up to make sure it's in the correct position. Now it's time to put the maze shape in place. So I'm lining that up, and then I get the little maze spheres to put inside the maze, so tiny weeny little balls. So I put them in. Then I apply some glue to the back of the red heart and I stick that down over the top. Now I'm spending a bit of time pushing this down because of the embossed piece underneath, and I want to make sure that all the parts make contact. Moving on to the sentiment, I've got it here and I need to trim it down, which I do, and I layer it up with some foam tape onto some red glitter cardstock. Got some red hearts here that I've cut from the glitter cardstock, and I've decided I'm going to put them either side of the sentiment. And I'm happy with how this finishes off the front of this card. I was tossing up whether I was going to have one heart or two, but I think two hearts balances it, and you've got the third heart up there in the centre of the maze to complete the visual triangle. Moving on to the inside of the card, and this is where I'm going to be using the Happy Valentine's Day stamp from the Hero Arts Love Stamp and Cut Stamp and Die Set. And I'm going to put the stamp onto an acrylic block. And I'm using my Misty Creative Corner here to help with alignment. I'm going to stamp it out in Memento Tuxedo black ink. I'm going to hold my breath here and hope that it stamps without any irregularities. Works out pretty good. And then I decide to put some of those little red glitter hearts inside the card too, just so it doesn't look so plain. So I decide to put 3 in there to complete the visual triangle. I'm just placing them down and getting them into position. Jazzes up the inside of the card a little bit, I think. So I'm checking the front of the card now to make sure that the maze is actually working and that all the little maze spheres inside are all moving around freely. And you could probably sit there for a little while, making sure those 3 little balls make it to the centre of the maze where the heart is. A little bit of fun for your partner on Valentine's Day. I did have a lot of fun making this card, and I am very happy with how it turned out. With a maze on the front, and you open it up for Happy Valentine's Day inside. There we are guys, this card is now finished. If you'd like to go to my blog, there'll be an entry there. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really love that. I do plan to continue making videos in 2019, and I so appreciate your support. Thanks very much for watching today, and have a great day. Bye for now.